Beginning of another lovely day at Carvana. They called this morning and said they had 7 cars, and by the time I got here it turned into this, all the way up to the front. If you have a Carvana depot, whatever, reconditioning center where they send all the cars for your region to get the pictures taken and fixed and everything, try and contact them. We get an insane amount of business from these guys. Either Will or myself or both of us are here every day of the week now. Come on, Autopropad, what's your problem? We're on a 24 Dodge Ram. We're adding a prox key. We're on the starport, which is right behind the light switch. It's real hard to get in there, but if you just hit the bottom and push up, it just clips into a thing there. Just push it up, it'll come right out. It's hopefully a pretty easy job, but these Mopar proxes can be a real pain in the ass. I had one yesterday that took, I don't know, 30 minutes of me pushing the button. You just got to get it going, push unlock, and it's supposed to take well over 30 minutes I spent. These newer ones seem to go better or worse. I mean, there's no telling. Sometimes it just sucks. And as you can see, I don't have time for that today. I think out of all these, I counted about 14 that are for me. Gonna be a hell of a day. All right, we're gonna go into read pin code. Failed to communicate. Okay. I think what the problem is there is I'm on a OBD loop off some kind of GPS or something, and the actual OBD I think got tucked all the way up here. Yep, there it is. Damn, that's gonna be fun. I didn't even know it would reach that far, man. That's ridiculous. Oh, there it is. Down there. Alright, cool. Better. Just get this hooked up. Always look at the plug you're plugging into. A lot of OBD, or I gotta cut that. A lot of fleet vehicles are gonna have a GPS in them, and the newer stuff is using a Y cable through the OBD2 plug, and that doesn't all the time carry everything that you need it to have to get a key program. Grab fleshy cutters, and they zip tied it shut, so the driver can't unplug it and then drive around with no GPS tracking. I know a pretty good bit about these things because before I got into locksmithing, I did this GPS and dash cameras and such for 15 years. So I plugged into this hoping it would work. Didn't communicate, so it obviously didn't. We're now on the factory OBD. You always want to be on it. I should have just done it, but it had a zip tie on it and I was trying to hurry. But if you see that you're not on the factory, it's always best to get on it rather than waste time like I just did. All right, let's see if we can get a pin code out of this thing now. Go to auto identify again because we unplugged. That is a hell of a reflection of me. Having a good hair day, that's cool. Cool. Pin code. Why are we not reading, man? I'm wondering if it's because they had the ignition on. I feel like it's supposed to be off, but it didn't tell me. Duh. Why did this not read a pin? Oh man. Alright, let's go back to automatic. Let's try, here we go. Yeah, I'm on a 2500. You just gotta go to RAM first, and then... Alright, read pin code. Now we're cooking. Turn ignition on, make sure I'm on the Wi-Fi. M2500. See if we're communicating. Okay, we're in the car. There we go. 27625. Add smart key. Hazards on, ignition off. Yep. And the keys is 2. I believe we got to hold this one on the ignition. Or yeah, on the ignition. The start button. Don't do this. Okay, press key near center console, press unlock. Oh, that was easy. Nope, thought I heard it go. Yep, there we go. Woohoo! That's a good sign. We're gonna have a good day. These can be, like I said, a gigantic pain in the ass. That couldn't have gone any better. Wrap this up and on to the next one. Thanks for watching.